Right, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Zulfa Club, and welcome back to a brand new season of Master League with Arsenal FC. And as you guys can see, Arsene Wenger has inked a new 2-year deal with the Gunners, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out in his last 2 years, what I assume is his last 2 years, but hopefully we can get some results and compete in the Champions League once again and compete with the best in the Barclays Premier League, as we go through a little bit of admin stuff just to accommodate ourselves in the brand new season. Of course, a disappointing season for Arsenal last year, finishing 5th. Even though they finished 5th and Manchester United finished 6th, they did win the Europa League and went on to qualify for the Champions League, in which Arsenal will miss out for the very first time in a long time. So that's our aim for this season, just to get back into the fray, into the top 4. And I don't expect us to win the Barclays Premier League, but anything can happen, especially in the world of Pro Evolution Soccer, as we look at the team status, something that's really new in this year's game, as we take a look at the team strength, the team spirit, the owner's trust, the squad satisfaction, and all that good stuff, the key players, who has the highest salary, and whatnot. And I did choose the challenge mode. There was a classic and challenge mode. I did pick the challenge mode, which makes it a little bit harder to make transfers and keep players happy. So always up for a challenge, my man, always up for a challenge. I'm very excited to be starting a brand new season nonetheless. Right, so let's take a good look at our squad for the upcoming season. Some decent players in there, some world-class players, but it's just not good enough to win the league. It's just not good enough. There's not enough squad depth in that midfield, even a lot of injury prone players, with the likes of Ramsey, Wilshere always getting injured, and we really can't count on them for the upcoming season. But this is how the squad is going to be looking like for the start of the season, for the start of the Community Shield, I should say, against Chelsea in a couple days time. But it's okay. I mean, it's not the best. There's always room for improvement, but that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to get some transfers in, maybe a centre back, maybe a CDM, and maybe another winger or attacking midfielder perhaps, just to create that competition in the squad, so no one gets complacent with their position whenever they're in the starting lineup. So there's always that eagerness to always improve and give out your all every time you go out on the pitch. But it's a decent side. We're playing 3 at the back, as we usually do nowadays. Might change to a 4-4-2 if it doesn't work out with the Giroud, and like I said, can do a job up top. I should say Giroud coming off the bench would be decent. Really want to keep him, so we should wait and see. So let's take a quick look at our schedule in the upcoming days. We have the FA Community Shield against Chelsea, and our first game is against Manchester City. So no easy tasks for the Gunners at the start of this season. Always going to be hard for us this season, trying to get back in Champions League. As I mentioned previously, a lot of good teams nowadays, and we just have to wait and see how the squad does as we take a look at the listed players on who I have so far that I've targeted. We got Isco, Van Dijk, Lemar, Draxler, Seri, Rabiot, Rugani, and Kimmich as our listed players that I might want to get into our side before the start of this season. Van Dijk is a decent and quality centre-back, a leader that we need in that side. Lemar is another one that could add some flair up top, and another centre mid would be key as well, and the likes of maybe Pjanic or Sherry, as we have to let, I should say, a few players go. And Walcott, he's been a great servant to the club, but he hasn't really done much to impress me over the recent years, I should say. So we're going to be open to offers for him, and hopefully he finds a good club in which he can, still thrive and maybe earn a starting position in a starting lineup, because he's not doing that at the moment for Arsenal. And Matthias Bushi is another one that's expendable. Maybe we could trade him in for a deal for maybe one of our key transfer targets, but other than that, everything else should be fine. That's it for now in terms of negotiations and transfers. Right guys, so unfortunately all of our negotiations broke down for Rabiot, Lemar and Van Dijk. It's going to be tough to sign any of them this season, before the start of the season I should say, as the challenge mode really challenges you to try to work your way through these negotiations and get the players that you want. Let's try for them one more time, but it's increasingly likely that we won't be able to get either of them, and that's going to be difficult for me, because I really need players, and squad depth, I should say, is not really looking good as transfer negotiation breakdown once again. It's not looking good, guys. It is not looking good. Maybe we have to shift our transfer targets. We shall wait and see. And again, Van Dijk, Lemar, Rabiot, can't negotiate with them after they've broken down for the second time. So let's try for someone else. I'm thinking of Draxler. Maybe Pjanic, maybe. But do we really need another attacking midfielder with the likes of Alexis and Ozil up there with Lacazette as well? He's a smart player, Draxler, as a PES puts it out to be. But let's try. I really need a CDM, I think. I really need a CDM, and looks like Kimmich, who had no club before this, has joined Roma. So he's probably out of the equation right now. Let's try for Seri. He could be the midfielder destroyer that Conte sort of is for Chelsea. And let's see what Seri does in terms of negotiations. The rest we can't really deal with right now. So here is Arsene Wenger and Laurent Koscielny, club captain, before the FA Cup showdown against Chelsea, answering a few tough questions about the upcoming season and what their goals are in terms of where Arsenal want to be at the end of the season. FA Community Shield, always a nice curtain raiser, always nice to win and start off the season with a trophy and a medal for the players as well. It gives a good feel, a good vibe to the squad, as our team spirit is at 79, owner's trust level is still the same. Squad strength is pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But let's take a look at the side so far. Chelsea have the likes of Costa. They are playing Costa up top, so no sort of row between Costa and Conte in this game, so that's really good for Chelsea. But Alexis is down and Lacazette is down, so we have to put in new players in their positions, because I really don't want to disrupt their morale or whatnot. So Welbeck will come in, and Olivier Giroud will start the game against Chelsea. If we need Alexis and Lacazette, they can come on in the second half. Of course, Hazard, surprisingly, is playing as a wing-back. Arsene Wenger trying to pump up his players. It's a big London derby, this one, at Wembley. Arsenal have got the better of Chelsea in recent times. But let's take a look at the sides for today. Olivier Giroud starts up top, Danny Welbeck and Ozil in just behind them. Monreal, Mustafi and Koscielny in defense. Chelsea putting new signing Danny Drinkwater and Rudiger in the side. Victor Moses and Eden Hazard switching places for now. Maybe that could change when we are in the game. Diego Costa will start up top. We'll definitely try to bully the Arsenal defenders as per usual, but hopefully we can start off the season right and start off with a bang in terms of getting a trophy, even in the form of the FA Community Shield, as we take a look at the stadium and all the settings. But hopefully we can grab ourselves the win. Right guys, so this is the FA Community Shield. It's Chelsea against Arsenal FC at Wembley. And this is a London derby, of course. Fierce rivals Chelsea and Arsenal in recent times. Chelsea have got the better of Arsenal, but Arsenal have had their share of wins in terms of Wembley duty. They've beaten Chelsea here last season in the FA Cup. Let's see if they can do the same with the likes of new signing Kolasinac in the starting lineup for Arsenal. Danny Drinkwater and Rudiger making their debuts for Chelsea. It's going to be a good one. I can sense it, guys. It's going to be a really good one. It's going to be an exciting and intense game as we take a listen at the English national anthem, of course. Arsenal with their new Puma kits looking rather sexy, as per usual. Chelsea, not bad at all. Their first year with Nike, I believe. So they've got a good sponsorship as well. But the graphics look excellent in this game so far. I'm really liking Master League. They're really liking the new outlay for the game mode. And I hope they keep on improving Master League in general. As we take a look at Mesut Ozil, need a big performance from him. Had a good pre-season for Arsenal in Australia. And now he needs to have a big season in general for the Gunners this season. Let's take a look at the sides one more time. Costa starts up top. Eden Hazard also makes his way into the side. Danny Drinkwater and Rudiger make their debuts for Chelsea. Arsenal have Sead Kolasinac, the new wing-back for Arsenal, starting. Danny Welbeck and Ozil in just behind Olivier Giroud. Lacazette and Alexis will have to settle a spot on the bench. There's new signings Sead Kolasinac and Danny Drinkwater. But without further ado, let's get started. Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. Mesut Ozil. Lovely feed for Olivier Giroud. Great turn. Giroud! And he puts it wide. Big chance that for Arsenal early on. Again, just simple passing between the midfielders Ozil and Xhaka. Lovely feed from Ozil. Giroud, lovely turn. Fake turn. And in the end, just puts it wide. He knows that was a big chance. The big Frenchman remains 0-0 early on. Welbeck finding Mesut Ozil. Ozil running forward, no one charging up on it. Mesut Ozil! Straight at Thibaut Courtois, not enough power generated behind his shot there. Got to do better. Chelsea on attack here. Costa, great turn from Diego Costa. Shot was always going wide, but Petr was a bit worried there. Wasn't sure where the ball would end up really. Good play by Chelsea. Don't know what Mustafi was doing there, positioning all wrong. But Costa with the first chance for Chelsea. Here comes Chelsea again. Conte, lovely ball for Moses. Surely the first goal. Moses, he's put it wide. Oh my goodness me, how did he miss that one? Lovely ball by N'Golo Conte. Again, the Arsenal defenders all over the place. Right on the plate for Moses. How did he put that one wide? It really should be 1-0 to Chelsea. Here comes Chelsea again. Arsenal all over the place. It's Costa, hits the post, and again Fabregas, he puts it wide. Big chances for Chelsea that. Arsenal are struggling against Chelsea's attack. Again Mustafi can't get the better of Costa, and Fabregas really should be putting that in an empty net. Chelsea all over Arsenal at the moment. Right guys, and there is the half-time whistle. Chelsea clearly the better side in the later stages of that first half. Arsenal had some decent opportunities. Maybe they should have taken them early on. As you guys can see, Chelsea have had 6 shots. We've had more possession, but we need to improve as a unit and as a whole because we're struggling at the moment to cope up with Costa and co. Oh, it's a lovely ball for Willian, surely Costa, and he's put it wide. My goodness me, how many chances do Chelsea need to be better checking goal? It's like they can't find the back of the net today. A simple ball through, again Arsenal positioning defensively horribly, and it's remained 0-0. Chelsea may be on the counter now. Here's Costa and Mustafi. Goodness me, that did not look good. He could be off here, Mustafi. Costa is injured and down. It's just a yellow. Lucky for Mustafi. Poor challenge. Let's take a look at this one more time. Costa causing trouble for Mustafi. That should be a sending off, I believe. Mustafi lucky not to see another colour other than yellow. Here come Arsenal. Ozil fighting Hector Bellerin. Lacazette has come on, so as Alexis Sanchez. Needs some pace up top. Bellerin back towards Lacazette. In the end, doesn't fall through. Lacazette still going. Lacazette has got there and he scores. What on earth was Thibaut Courtois doing there? And Alexandre Lacazette announces himself in an Arsenal shirt on the biggest stages of them all, and the FA Community Shield. What on earth was Thibaut Courtois doing there? Lacazette, fair challenge, fair play to him, kept on going, as Alvaro Morata comes on for Diego Costa. It is 1-0 to Arsenal against the run of play, really. Goodness me. Hazard, lovely challenge from Sead Kolasinac. Was fouled there. Referee says play on. Here's Lacazette. Great turn to get past Azpilicueta. Gives away the foul cheaply. Azpilicueta couldn't cope up with Lacazette. Lovely turn by Lacazette that time. Clearly a foul by the Spaniard. Arsenal do get a free kick. Xhaka will take. Nacho Monreal. Sead Kolasinac. Ozil beaten. Alexander Lacazette. Trying to find some space for a shot maybe. Lacazette. Here's Granit Xhaka. Oh my goodness me, he's put that one in. An absolute pile driver from the Swiss international. Give him that much room and he'll punish you. Granit Xhaka with an absolute belter of a strike. Take a look at this. No chance for Thibaut Courtois in goal. A hammer of a left foot from Granit Xhaka. The technique was right. The placement was even better. And Arsenal lead Chelsea in the FA Community Shield 2-0. A bit too late for Chelsea to salvage something out of this game. Lovely ball. Here's Sead Kolasinac. Lacazette waiting in the middle. Lacazette, he just couldn't get there. The ball should have been better from Sead Kolasinac, to be honest with you. Arsenal not done yet. Ozil wins the ball. Here's Lacazette to make it 3. And Thibaut Courtois this time keeps him out. And surely that could be it. That surely is it. And there it is. Full time. Arsenal are the victors in the curtain raiser for the Barclays Premier League in the FA Community Shield. Arsene Wenger celebrating with his players, of course. Conte not looking too pleased with his teammates there. Arsene Wenger, always nice to see him win a trophy every now and then. But decent performance in that second half. I want to say we were the better team in that second half. We struggled a bit in the first, coping with Costa, with the likes of Fabregas always feeding him the ball through. But in the end, he kept a clean sheet. Lacazette got on the score sheet. Granit Xhaka scored an absolute pile driver of a strike. Goals of the season, one of the goals of the season, perhaps. That were the best goal, one of the best goals we'll ever see so far this season. Arsenal FC are the FA Community Shield winners of 2017 and 2018 as they celebrate with the Arsenal faithful. We were the better side, of course. We did improve in that second half, even though we didn't have more possession at the end of that game. The man of the match was actually the new signing, new boy, Alexander Lacazette. Right guys, so it just keeps getting better. It looks like Seri might go through. They want 18 million for him. But before we do that, let's renegotiate and see what we can do. Let's maybe lower down the price, maybe offer a trade, offer a player perhaps. So the fee is not really hefty to pay. But let's take a look at it one more time. So the chances of signing right now is 40%. Let's try to offer maybe, I'm thinking maybe a midfielder. I'm thinking maybe we should offer Debuchy, or maybe either Coquelin or El Nene. Because we really don't need a lot of midfielders who are injury prone. Especially Coquelin, Ramsey and Wilshere, who are really unreliable when it comes to a run of games. But let's try to trade in Debuchy. So our chances of signing are still 40%. Transfer fee, let's increase it for up to, okay, so right now transfer fee is 4 million. I don't mind paying 4 million, about 5 million for him. So let's just go ahead with that and see if we can get Seri on board in an Arsenal shirt, as our chances of signing him are relatively quite high as of now. Right, so they have come back with another offer, another rebuttal I should say, for Seri. They want 5 million for him, and I think I can do 5 million. It's not really that much, to be perfectly honest with you, for a player like Jean-Michel Seri. And I think I'm going to go through with it. Especially since we got rid of Debuchy, who's clearly not really in our plans, and we will accept the terms right now. So Seri, welcome to the club. Finally getting rid of Debuchy, and Seri has finally joined Arsenal Football Club. What a player we have on our hands. Let's take a look at where he will fit in as of right now. For right now, I think I'm going to stick with Xhaka and Ramsey in midfield, since that partnership does seem to be working rather nicely. But you know, consistency is key for a winning side, I should say, especially in the Barclays Premier League. So Seri's going to settle for the bench for now, but we'll have to wait and see how the season goes on. But that is going to be it for the first episode of Master League. If you guys did enjoy it, please leave a like rating down below as per usual. And if you're new around here, why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, as it would be truly and greatly appreciated. So with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks again for tuning in to more Master League on PES 2018. And remember to keep it real.